Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Freya YouTube channel. I've been thinking about starting this for like years, and the time has come to start. And today I just wanted to speak on what this channel is going to be all about so that you guys can get the vibe, you can get the energy, and you can subscribe if that's something that interests you. But um, I've been on an inner healing, awakening slash spiritual, call it what you want, journey for the past 10 years now. And it all started when I connected to my breath, when I started breathwork and I connected to my body, my breath, and living from a very anxious state of mind, I really had to find a way to reconnect to myself, to get to know myself, to unpeel the layers of fear, doubt, shame, all the emotions that have kept me small and safe, to be able to be here now today and speak in front of a camera where I would have never thought I would have done that in the past. And it's not like it's something that I wanted to do, to like, I've always, I guess I've always liked to be, my inner child always liked to be seen. And like, I think of myself when I was young, and I loved doing shows, like putting on shows for my parents and dancing and like, being the center of the attention. But in my personality, like as I grew up, that became super, super uncomfortable because I was so shy. So like there's a part of me that's always wanted to be seen, and then there's a part of me that really was scared of being seen, and like had a lot of trouble being the center of attention, even if a part of me kind of wanted that. And it's not even about being in the center of attention. It's like there's something bigger than me that has been calling me to share my journey with as many people as possible, because I know that if I would have stumbled across someone 10 years ago who was speaking the words that I'm speaking today, I would have been like, I was looking for you for like my whole life. And I want to be that person for some. I want to be the light or the guidance or the wisdom that makes you believe that you are worthy of living the life of your dreams, and that you're not broken, you're not too sensitive or too emotional, you're not too this or that, you're not too much, you just are. And there's so much beauty in remembering who you are in your core and being seen for that. It's not about wanting the attention anymore, because that used to be a part of my life where I would be more in my people pleasing mode. But today it's like I want to share the deepest, most vulnerable truths of my life so that you guys can connect to that, and you can let my truth crack you open in your life. And it's like it's so much deeper than being seen. It's like for the good of all that I'm doing this. And it took a lot of courage and a lot of shadow work to be here today. Like people say, oh, you speak so well in front of a camera, or you look natural. No. There are so many times where I put that camera on and I spoke to it and I had no fucking idea what I was doing, and I just deleted it and I never posted it. Like I've been doing this for like years, and I've never had the courage to show up here on YouTube or show up on Instagram like I'm doing now, because I didn't believe I was worthy. I had like that imposter syndrome of who am I to be speaking about things like this. Like I'm not a doctor, I'm not a whatever. Like I don't have a label that I can speak like. And I just realized that I don't I don't want to be a doctor. I've never wanted to be like have a label. Yeah, of course I have certificates in breathwork and yoga and all those things, but like it doesn't even matter to me, like those certificates. It's like how I decided to live my life and how I'm embodying the teachings that I've learned. It's like, well, you know things. Yeah, you can know all the things, but if you're not becoming that in your life, then who are you to even speak of that? Like, I don't really care about the certificates. It's like, I want to see someone who's doing the work in her life, and I want to know how she did it. And that's what I'm doing now. And it took a lot of inner work to see that I was worthy of speaking my truth, even if society kind of makes us question our worthiness of being seen if we're not labeled as a professional or this or that. And so, yeah, I hid behind so many years of like not being enough to speak up here, and now I realize, oh, I'm here, I'm doing this. And so if you're watching me today, just know that I had to move through a lot of shit in order to speak up here today. And if you're going through something similar, then just know you're not alone in that, and that your truth is worthy of being heard, even wherever you're at in your journey. It's like, we want to see you, we want to hear you. So what brought me here? I'm going to explain a little bit more about the YouTube channel. This is going to be a channel that I have no idea what I'm going to post on here, but I'm going to post a lot of stuff. And like, I was thinking like, oh, I love traveling. I love doing inner work. I love breath work. I love everything that brings you back into your body, into your heart, and out of your mind. And I love coaching. I love mentoring. I love doing rituals. I love doing circles. I love connecting us back to the simplicity of the cycles of nature. I love like so many things. And like, I'm a multifaceted human that just is inspired and lit up by so many beautiful things. And I was like, you know, when you're on internet, or when you're working more as a content creator, or whatever we want to call it, there's like this niche thing that you need to find a specific topic and be in that in order to like not get distracted or get overwhelmed or be all over the place. And I always had so much trouble with that, because I was like, I like all the things. And so I'm going to be speaking on all the things here. Like, there's so much that I'm going to be speaking about. And I also want to make the inner healing journey a journey that you want to embark on. There's going to be videos of traveling, the lightness. There's going to be videos of truths that we don't dare speak. There's going to be videos of vulnerable emotions, and I'm probably going to cry on this channel. Like, there's so much that I want to share, and I want to share it in a way that's like, you're coming back home. You're coming back home, and home is fun. It's pleasurable. It's deep. It's raw. It's truth. It's authentic. It's all the beautiful things. But the inner healing journey, I used to think was one of like seriousness and like Buddha style, like, and I got kind of lost in that as well. I was like, how can I be this breathwork person and like laugh and like do crazy shit and like swear? And it's like, no, this is me. You guys are going to see me on all my facets. And I think that you guys are going to resonate with that, because the inner healing journey doesn't have to be boring, serious, all the deep shadow work. Yes, it gets to be that, because I'm a strong believer that the more capacity you have to hold the shadows, the more capacity you have to hold the light. And everything is just moving through us, whether it's emotions, whether it's energy, like everything moves through us, and everything is temporary, nothing ever lasts. But it's like, we're a vessel for that, and we have to have the capacity to like hold it and let it move through us without bringing a sense of attachment towards those emotions and just being able to feel them. And I've learned to feel with breath work, and I'm gonna speak a lot about that, because I had so much attachment to my emotions. I had so much attachment to my fears, to my thoughts, and I was so overwhelmed by all that there was so much energy, trapped emotions inside my body that I literally couldn't go out in public without like having a panic attack years ago. Like, there were moments in my life where I didn't even want to go out in public because I was scared of like freaking out, because when you have a panic attack, it's like you feel like you're dying and it's not something you want other people to see, and you get really, really scared, and like you have trouble breathing. And so yeah, there's a point in my life where I didn't even want to go out. I thought I was broken. And I want to speak on that with such openness and normalness, that like, if ever you're in a situation like that, it's not that you're broken. It's not that you're labeled anxious and that you're forever doomed in your anxiety. Like, there's other ways out of this. And it's not like it's not like you have to get out of it. It's like you have to embrace it. You have to soften behind it. You have to understand all the power that you hold within your body and your breath, so that the anxiety doesn't take over. You're the boss. You're in control. You're grounded. And there's so much power within our human self that we've forgotten. And it's like, I want to be the light that makes you remember and awaken to who you are. And I can't do that if I'm not sharing on these platforms. I can't do that if I'm just thinking these thoughts in my head while I'm sitting on the couch, or while I'm talking to my boyfriend, or like, I want to share it with as many people as possible, so that we can all awaken and remember together, and we can just make this world a better place. And yeah, so that's going to be the goal of this YouTube channel. The videos, I want to keep them light. I want to keep them short. And we'll see, because that might change. But for now, I really just wanted to come on here and introduce myself. And I don't even think I said my name. See, I'm really new at this. So my name is Joannie, and I am a woman who's just so fucking in love with life. And I say that, and it brings emotions, because there are so many times in my life where I wasn't in love with life, and I had forgotten how beautiful and amazing life can be, because of my inability to let the darkness teach me what it is that I needed to know, or what it is that I needed to embody in my life in order to become more light. And that's what I feel darkness is. It's just a way for us to move deeper within ourselves and to transmute and alchemize that into more light, because the light always wins, the love always wins, your heart will always win. Even when your mind is going crazy, it's like, if you have the capacity to bring yourself back into your body, to reconnect yourself to your breath, to reconnect yourself to your heart, it's always going to win. And I'm a strong believer of that. It takes support. It takes community. It takes people to remind us of that. It takes videos like this, maybe, for you to remember that you are worthy of being in love with your life, and you are worthy of being happy, of being at peace, of being confident, of feeling safe. Because that was a big one for me, and I think that's a big one for women in general. It's like, to feel safe being ourselves with all our emotions, to feel safe in expressing our truth without being scared of being too much or not enough, or comparing ourselves to other women, instead of forming this sort of community where we're this sisterhood, where we're all supporting each other and we're all just wanting to see each other rise, because the more I rise, the more you rise, the more you rise, the more I rise, and the more we all rise, then the more the planet rises. And that's what we want. Isn't that what we want? It's like, it's not this patriarchy form of, if I have power, you have less. It's like, let's all come together and share this power and like become more radiant and change the world. And that's like, that's the whole goal of this YouTube channel, and this is the whole goal of Freya. So yeah, I'm a woman who's just so passionate about bringing women, and maybe men one day, back to their bodies, back to their breaths, to understand all the power they hold. And it's taking me years to finally feel safe within my body, because I wasn't taught how. And I wasn't, I just wasn't taught how. And as a sensitive women, and I feel like we all are sensitive and emotional women, I didn't know how to deal with so much emotions. I didn't know what to do with it. So either I would numb it, which I've done for years with alcohol, drugs, all the things, emotions, relationships, or I would repress it, and I would just get really busy in my schedule and like plan my whole weeks in advance, just so I wouldn't be alone with myself. Or I would get really stuck in thought patterns that brought me really low into my shadows, and like stuck in the shadows, like stuck in the muck, because my thoughts would just continue staying in a vicious cycle of being a victim to those thoughts. So yeah, I didn't know what to do with my sensitivity, my power, my emotions, because that's what they are. Your sensitivity is power. Your emotions are power. Your ability to feel is what makes you alive as a human. It's what makes you not like a fucking table. It's what makes you human, to feel, to have emotions. And people like me in the past were like, I don't want to feel all this stuff. It's like, it's not that you don't want to feel it, because what feeling is what makes you alive. It's just that it's your attachment and your resistance to the feeling that makes it as if it was bigger than you. And nothing is bigger than you. When you learn to let those move through you, when you create space around them to let you inform you of where it is that you need to put better boundaries or speak more your truth, or whatever it is that those emotions are trying to teach you, it's like you finally have the courage to look at them, to embrace them, to hold them, and then to just effortlessly let them go, because you felt them. Like, you finally have the courage to sit and feel them, to breathe through them, instead of resisting and being scared and not going there. It's like, the more you resist, the more you put the Band-Aid on top of it, like, the more it's going to want to come out. And you're going to live your life behind fear, instead of taking fear, like, hand in hand, walking hand in hand with fear, and showing fear what you're all about, and evolving and growing and just becoming that version of yourself that you know you can be. So, yeah, I'm a woman. Let's get back to who I am, who loves this stuff, who's passionate about this, who would speak hours about this, and who wants to just awaken as many people as possible who resonate with this. And I want to bring it in a way that feels like you're coming home. Like, Freya is all about embracing your inner goddess, and the inner goddess is like that feeling of confidence, of pleasure, of being, of softness, of piece of power, but in a feminine way. Not in a way that's looking for attention, not in a way that's trying to compete, not in a way that's trying to claim power that is outside of them. It's like it's all within here, it's all within you, all within your body, all within your breath. And there's so much power when you actually feel that. There's so much power, and there's nothing that is off limits when you have the capacity to be fully grounded in your body and to let everything move through you so that you can finally become that version of yourself that you've always wanted to be. And it's like just continues and continues and continues, because obviously we're always evolving, we're always growing, and we're just making it fun. We're making it like pleasurable. Doesn't have to be heavy, but it can be, and we can hold it. But it gets to be a lot of fun as well, and we get to pendulate between that. So there's going to be videos where you're going to be like, I'm so attracted to this, like videos of vacation and light and pleasure. And then there's going to be videos where I'm going to speak truth, that it's going to trigger you and it's going to make you question, and it's going to be like, I don't like this. And that's great, and that's your job, and that's healing. It's like holding both and knowing that no matter what, we're bigger than both of those. Like, we're bigger than everything, because our power is beyond limits. And I want you to tap into that. I want you to be that, and I want you to live that. So that's it for today. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.